Tennessee and Illinois this year. I think one of the things that we really value is partnerships. And when you look at the group of partners that we have, we feel like we're as blessed as anybody in postseason to have the Southeastern Conference, the Big Ten Conference, ESPN, the Tennessee Titans in Nissan Stadium, and soon to have a new Nissan Stadium in a couple years, Gaylord Opryland Hotel to host the teams here. And this year, for the first time, Liberty Mutual is our new tile sponsor, and we're very grateful of them to invest in Nashville and the Music City Bowl. We also have a couple of firsts this year. It's the first time we've been able to welcome Illinois to our game, even though we've had a long-term agreement with the Big Ten Conference. It's our first time to have Illinois here, and we're certainly honored to host them. It's also the first time that Illinois and Tennessee's ever played, which I think has always been one of the unique things about postseason college football and the bowl games. Even though you have two power conferences and two universities been around for a long time, the first time they'll play is tomorrow here at Nissan Stadium. We're honored to host that game. Also want to kind of, again, thank Liberty Mutual for stepping up in a time that we all know is very transitional right now, postseason, and for them to invest, I think, says a lot for what we have going on here in Nashville. As everyone knows, Music City, we do things a little bit differently. Most cities have a key to the city. Here in Nashville, we have a guitar to the city. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Coach Brett Bielema and give him our key to the city, which is a guitar.
Perfect. Thank you, Scott. Coach Bielema will start us off with a few remarks, and then we will open the floor to questions. He will take questions for about 7 minutes. We will have a microphone running the floor, so please raise your hand, wait for the mic to come, and ask your question. And as you can see, there's several people here, so try to keep questions concise as possible and avoid follow-ups where you can. Thank you very much. Following Coach Bielema's talk, we will have the coordinators come out to say a few words as well. Coach Bielema, this is the program's first appearance in the bowl, as Scott mentioned, and first matchup against Tennessee. So we'd love to open this up for you to share a few remarks.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Obviously, excited about the guitar. We'll hopefully take better care of it than our basketball team. I know those guys are a little reckless. But super excited to be here. It's been an absolutely awesome week. I did want to start off. Jeremy Warner, one of our local writers for 247, unfortunately lost his father the other day, and I want to give our thoughts to him and his family as he goes back and takes care of that moment. Awesome dude, awesome person, so we all think of him. With that being said, our players have absolutely enjoyed their time here, had a great event 2 nights ago with Tennessee, and their team really enjoyed being around Josh a couple times last night to be over at the Grand Ole Opry and be on the main stage there and have a couple songwriters come in and kind of share some stories. Was absolutely awesome. My wife took a group of wives to cowboy hat making event that was a big hit. I think that's the first time I've ever actually had every wife come up and thank me for the event, so it's pretty cool to do those things you don't normally get to do at a bowl game, and to do these things together. Obviously the game is going to be huge to play Tennessee for the first time. I've had huge admiration for Coach Heupel going back to his playing days, to see his coaching career and what he's been able to do and what they've been able to accomplish at Tennessee is truly exceptional. And to play them for the first time matchup, but just to bump into so many Illinois fans, Tennessee fans in the hotel. I've been in this hotel several times for American Football Coaches Association convention, so no stranger to this hotel. Been an awesome experience for them. My wife and I came over with our daughters, went to the Charlie Brown Christmas on Christmas Day, which wasn't exactly thrilled to be doing it, but at the end of the day, absolutely just awesome. That ice sculptures and the detail in there, and all those things. And I think I always go back to, obviously it's a game, it's going to be remembered by a victory or a loss, whichever side of the field you're on, but you create a memory, you create a moment, you create an opportunity for a family to come together and maybe share a bowl experience. My mom and dad went to bowl games with me. We didn't really travel a lot as a family growing up. I remember the first time that I ever remember my parents traveling out of the state of Illinois was to come to the Rose Bowl game that I played in, and to see my dad and my brothers. And that experience was pretty awesome. And as many bowl games I was in as an assistant coach, as a coordinator, and a head coach, whenever my mom and dad would get together and talk about bowl games, they always go back to the bowl games when I was a player. And to see parents here, I saw a couple of parents in the lobby last night, just creating a memory that'll last a lifetime. It's just absolutely awesome. So thank you to the Music City Bowl and Liberty for obviously sponsoring. But super excited about this opportunity. With that, I'll open up for questions.
Go ahead, right over
You only got 7 minutes. Better get on a minute.
I guess, what do you want to see carry over from maybe that regular season finale,
Yeah.
To tomorrow's game? I mean,
Well, I really wasn't banking on it. Yesterday it was 75 degrees out on the practice field. We've been, kind of a neat thing for us. Obviously, Vandy and Tennessee are same conference, but they don't necessarily see eye to eye a lot, right? So I think we were the first Big Ten team to ever be able to use Vandy's facility because Tennessee didn't want to use them. So we've been in Vandy's facilities all this week, and we were in their stadium yesterday, and it was 75 degrees. And I walked outside today when I got up this morning, clicked on my phone, it was 32 degrees. So there's some carryover from our last game, the Northwestern game, to where we are today, temperature-wise. Definitely not snow and icy rain, but what I think a lot of you guys asked me in the early season, right, when we were in Vegas at Big Ten Media Day, like, Coach, how would you define a successful season? And I've always kind of given this answer, whether, whatever type of team I had coming back, I want us playing our best football at the end of the year. I think that's what good football teams do. And obviously to be able to cap this off, just like Tennessee's battling through a few things. We've obviously got Gabe Ackus not playing for us, J.C. Davis not playing for us, and then Matt Bailey had a surgery. So those are three very, very good players that will all have replacements in for this game. I thought all of them have done a great job. The outside linebacker guys by committee, J.C. Davis is being replaced by Nathan Knopik, but we'll have a host of guys that have kind of rallied around that. Talked to Josh Geske about playing next to Nathan for the first time, just kind of give him help and experience. And then obviously in the back end, we'll have several guys kind of fill in for Matt Bailey in his role that he's always held. So I think that's the big thing, is just have the continuity of the last game, have the new faces come in, and then obviously the challenge of playing Tennessee and then explosive offense they are. We've tried to simulate that all during our bowl prep. I thought Aaron's done an outstanding job kind of preparing our look team to give us the look of Tennessee's offense. Have an ACC officiating crew, really excited about. I know these guys are very decorated officials. A lot of them have officiated in college football playoff games, so we've got the best of the ACC coming to official for us. So it's a really fun experience.
Hey, Coach.
Hey.
Last season, that bowl win kind of launched you into the offseason of Illinois being the talk of lots of parts of the country. What can this game, again, different circumstance, do for you?
Well, it's a national stage, playing an SEC opponent. I just can't stress enough, like when we were in, the final stages, coming out of that second bye week, we knew how we finished out and played these next 3 or 4 games are going to be a huge factor into where we went for a bowl game, right? And because of the way it laid out, we knew that obviously Orlando, we couldn't go back to that, but Tampa was a viable option in some consideration, was an SEC opponent, and obviously this Music City Bowl game versus the SEC. I really wanted that matchup. I just got tremendous respect, obviously being in the league for 4 or 5 years. I never had the opportunity to play Tennessee. The powers of the SEC can be very unusual, right? I didn't see Kentucky or Vanderbilt my entire time in the SEC, but I saw Florida twice, Georgia twice, and a couple others. So it was always intriguing to me. I'm sure you guys followed the SEC, know what I'm talking about. But didn't ever have a chance to see this. So when I heard their name getting floated around for this game, just really, really excited about it. And then what this does is it gives you an opportunity. Obviously, we were fortunate enough to win it. A bowl game is very unique in the fact that you carry it with you for the next 6, 7, 8 months, right, until you play that next game again. So a tremendous opportunity for our kids. Obviously, a storied bowl game here with over 25, 27 years of experiences. So really excited for that.
Hey, Brett, 3 bowl games in 4 years. You've talked about sustained success. What can this do for making these postseason games the new normal for this program?
Yeah, I look over and I see Josh and to be on this journey with him, we talked about sustainable success, and I I just keep going back to, it's 3 and 4 years or however it's going to play out, but those 2 years that we missed were both 5-win season. I'm just like, damn, if we would have got one more win in those two, like to be 5 for 5 would be something really. When I was at Wisconsin, I never missed a bowl game, but had carried forward Barry's tradition there, and and when I was at Arkansas, we went to 3 straight, but missed that last year, and that wasn't good enough for them. So I got shooed out the door. But I think this opportunity to get us to a 9 wins against an SEC opponent. We were looking at their game earlier this year, and I really looked a lot at Oklahoma, the Vandy game, which was a marquee matchup game. These guys have played. I mean, they played Georgia, down to the wire, right? And here's Georgia, literally one of the best teams in college football right now, going at it. So they played against the best in the country and held their own. So this is a really good quality win or a good quality opponent, and one, if we can come out on the right side, would be a great step in the right direction.
Okay, last question for Coach Bielema. Right up front, right up here. Okay.
What have we to our entire team? That we always have keys to victory: offense, defense, special teams. I think Tennessee's offense brings such a unique challenge: the tempo, the explosion. They're one of the most explosive teams in college football. They played a couple games this year. I showed them, one game where at the end of the regulation, in the first quarter, they converted a 4th and 1 and scored 3 plays later. So really, in the first minute of the second quarter, they're up 21-0 on a really good football team, right? Super explosive defensively, obviously with the transition of coordinators. We don't know exactly what we're going to get. Billy Enge and I actually were college locker mates. His locker was right there. Mine was right there. We shared a locker room together for 3 years, so all kinds of stories there. But Billy's taken over, but also, a lot of those coaches, have been play callers in the past. So defensively, we kind of think we'll see a little bit of what we saw, but trying to gauge what that's going to play out. And then special teams are just super explosive. Got great return game. Know they've got a couple guys rolling back there, but these bowl games a lot of times are decided about who takes advantage of the moments they're in, right? Like we've talked a lot about staying in our routine, even though we're in a different hotel, different city. It's a 4:30 time slot game, which we've never had in all this year. So our routine has got to adjust a little bit, but you got to handle that moment. And then situational football for us is going to be all around us, whether it's a 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, whether it's a backed up scenario, maybe it's a 1st and 15 after a false start on offense. We got to overcome those situational football moments or take advantage of the ones we get.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Bielema.
Thank you.
We are going to welcome up the defensive coordinator, Coach Henry, and offensive coordinator, Coach Lenny Jr., and they will take some questions as well, about the same amount of time. Okay, and we go ahead and get questions started. So if you just want to raise your hand, we'll bring that mic over, and feel free to address which coach you want to ask question to.
What have you guys thought about the presence of Illini fans here in Nashville so far?
Go ahead, Aaron. You start.
I think it's been awesome, right? It's funny because I had a couple of families this morning as I was taking my girls to get breakfast. They asked me, like, what are you guys here for? Because they seen an influx of Illini fans walking around the building, and it's been really cool. And I let them know we're here for a football game. But we love when our fans travel, right? Like, give us an opportunity to make it a home game-like atmosphere. Really excited about it.
Yeah, I think the last 2 bowl games that I've been a part of here, our fans have traveled super well. And whatever the number is, the presence in the stadium has been a positive factor in the games. And even though, obviously we're probably going to be outnumbered in that regard just because of the location of the game, I know the fans that are going to come and we'll be there. We'll be, on our side and be loud and be a great presence for our team and our players. And I know they'll appreciate that greatly.
Coach Lenny, you guys are 6-1 when Altmaier throws for 65% or more of his passes. How do you guys get him into the rhythm early and put Tennessee on their heels?
That's a good stat. I didn't know that one. But yeah, there's no probably a secret that when your quarterback plays well and is efficient, that you're going to have success. And one of the big things about that is establishing the run, and which sets up some more high efficient opportunities to throw RPOs, quick game, staying on schedule. Those games, if you go back and look at those games, probably reflective of the fact that we stayed on schedule, stayed ahead of the chains, and it's a little bit dealer's choice as a play caller, and that'll be critical for tomorrow. And to be able to stay on schedule and run the ball effectively, it will be a great challenge, but that'll be important that we're able to do that, because everything that we do in our team starts with being able to run the football, and that's going to be something that we're going to need to be able to do to help our passing game as well.
Coach Lenny, as your time with Luke Altmaier comes to a close, what have you enjoyed most about working with him?
Well, I think just if you just look back at the holistic picture, probably most of you in the media probably saw there was a video he released yesterday that was just done really, really well, and it was just really amazing to see Luke's first interview before he even played a game, just even physically how young he looked and the way he presented himself. And I think about what he is now, as just obviously he's physically developed through the weight room and strength and conditioning, and just think everybody in that building has had a hand in his development, from our life coach to the academic team to strength and conditioning, obviously the training room, and you could just go on and on. Everybody in that building has had a hand in his development, and he has given himself to us in that building, among others on our team, has trusted our process from a development standpoint. And so just the thing that I probably take away the most, we've had a lot of great moments, a lot of meeting time together, a lot of laughs, some cries, some disappointments. That's the way the game works. But just, I think I look back on, and I'm proud to have been a part of his development. And I think it's a great message that when, like when you just come in and blindly trust what you're being coached on, and I'm say coached, I'm talking about holistically, not just from a schematic standpoint, about the way we play, the way we train, the way we handle ourselves. And he has just developed and just taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and has reached his full potential. And we're so thankful for his contribution to our program and what he's meant to our program. And we'd love to be able to send him out on the right note tomorrow. It'll be a great challenge, but if he plays well for us, he'll give us a chance.
Aaron, from a X's and O's standpoint, how unique is what Tennessee does with their wide receivers and their wide splits, and how does it affect what you guys do in the second and third level?
Yeah, it's extremely unique, right? I mean, you don't see that every day, and had we been preparing for them for a week, I mean, they're already a really talented and athletically gifted team, but had this just been a week in preparation for them, it'll be really, really hard trying to do that within the framework of a week. And we've had a couple of weeks to try to prepare for them and slow them down, and their scheme is very unique and problematic, but when you have the kind of players that they have on top of that, right, their quarterback is very dynamic. He can run it and throw it, and, it's going to be a game of chess. It's going to be a game of chess, right? We got to obviously, right, we know they're an explosive offense. They're a top 5 offense in the country, and we got to limit them. We got to slow them down, and I think a key thing to this game is going to be trying to take the ball away and give our offense the ball, right? Coach Lundy just spoke on what Luke Altmaier's done here. I'm just from a defensive perspective. I mean, we admire Luke Altmaier just as much as Coach Lundy admires him. I mean, he's special. I mean, his presence walking through that building, I mean, it permeates on the defensive side of the ball as well. And so we're going to try to give him and the offense as many opportunities as possible, and just try to slow down this Tennessee offense.
Last question.
Aaron, since you mentioned takeaways, just what maybe did you notice in the games where you had multiple ones, like Duke, Northwestern? What did it take to get those?
They really changed the game, right? Obviously, when you give your offense or an offense more opportunities, especially when they're clicking, I mean, you have an opportunity to like really take over a game. I think about the Duke game, right, coming out of halftime, and we got a couple of takeaways, and all of a sudden the score got lopsided a little bit, and our offense done a phenomenal job in putting the ball in the end zone and scoring on a lot of those possessions. I mean, you can like that's the equalizer. A team can have a bunch of yards, but if you can take the ball away and give your side of the ball via the offense some opportunities to go and score, I mean, it really, really changes the dynamic in everything that we do from a defense perspective. I mean, it's one thing lining up consistently and trying to fit everything up perfect, but when you can punch the ball out, or when you can pick the ball off, I mean, that literally changes everything about a game that could be fitting for us, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Thank you all. No interviews with coaches, but if you do wish to ask any additional questions, Athletic Director Josh Whitman will be taking questions for about 10 minutes over here by the step and repeat, and then we will be back at 12:30 with the Tennessee coaching staff. Thank you all.